Coverage you can count on continues with Heather Herron and Brett Thomas.
Since 1983, the Make-A-Wish Foundation has granted over 15,000 wishes in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana.
Their mission is to grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. News Channel 15's Rob Leidig shares one story of a local Make-A-Wish girl. That's tonight's Story for Your Well-Being.
Noel Reeser is a senior at New Tech Academy at Wayne High School. As if high school isn't hard enough, she's been battling chronic kidney disease for nearly 4 years. But that's not stopping her from telling her story.
I would just love to be able to give somebody else that kind of like reassurance that you're not the only person who thinks this, and you're not the only person who knows what that's like.
Noel Reeser has a story to tell, a story not typical for an 18-year-old girl.
She has a chronic kidney disease called focal segmental glomerular sclerosis, or FSGS if someone were to Google it. And what it does is causes protein to spill from the kidney in ways that it shouldn't. And then the more protein that spills, you get this scarring.
You may recall back in 2014, we followed Noel's fundraising and search for a kidney donor. She received a transplant just a few months later.
I just celebrated 2 years with this kidney, but it was pretty obvious immediately that it had come back in the new kidney.
There's been no rejection. From that standpoint, the kidney is healthy, but because the disease is causing this continual scarring, it's just going to keep deteriorating.
It's likely that Noel will need more kidney transplants in the future, but even with difficult days ahead, she draws motivation from video editing.
I wanted to do that, learn how to convey a relationship or display personality. I wanted people to feel something from what I made.
It brings her such joy. She's not afraid to try anything and to try this new fade or to add music here.
I want to use my experiences and some of the things that I've gone through as kind of something to be helpful to others.
Make-A-Wish connected Noel with Wayne TV for a job shadow. After all, we tell stories like this one every day through words and video. She'll job shadow me tomorrow.
You know, I've heard of Make-A-Wish, my whole life, but there's so many kids out there who this might be the kind of one really exciting, special thing that happens to them in the midst of feeling just terrible and being in and out of hospitals.
Having those supports and the people who know you, who care for you, and the people who don't know you, who are doing things for you is just, it makes me very grateful.
Noel will attend IUPUI in the fall, majoring in English and taking video editing classes. Make-A-Wish is always looking for volunteers and donations to reach more kids in Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio. You can find more information on this story on Wayne.com.